Welcome to the session, guys. I hope you are well. Please look at the screen. Artificial intelligence system spots lung cancer before radiologists. Yeah, this is the same trend which we were discussing yesterday also. Like for example, disease scan years before it was apparent in someone. Yeah. So in health, we definitely are seeing that these type of technologies can really benefit. Google and Northwestern scientists show precision of new deep learning system to predict lung cancer. Yeah, so different type of cancers, different type of diseases. Very interesting stuff. US Patent Office rules that AI cannot be a legal inventor. Only natural persons need apply. Yeah. So in the last week, I think I was talking on this that if AI is going to create some music which AI is creating, if AI is going to create some painting, any type of literature, any type of writing, whatever, who will get the who will get the copyright, or who is the owner? And specifically, if you want to patent something, some invention, some new thing, uh, who will be the inventor? So there is a debate going on. This is quite recent, 29th of April 2020, as you are seeing the date. US Patent Office rules that AI cannot be a legal inventor. Yeah. So think about that. And what are some of the hindrances which are stopping us to give the give the right to AI to be the inventor? Yeah, although we have established, and you guys mentioned the various projects. Diago mentioned his project in his assignment. Alejandro explained his project yesterday to you guys. So once you are working on these, I also said things about working on projects yesterday, that how important that is for you guys. At the end of the day, who is going to take the credit? And specifically scientific inventions which you would need to get patent. So this is quite interesting, very interesting. Yeah. Google CEO, AI needs to be regulated, and you guys have mentioned it quite a few times during the last week. I remember regulations. You guys, Diago was talking about it in one of the sessions, how important that is to get, and all of you mentioned this thing at various points. Regulations. So maybe you should, as you are working on some projects, yeah, you should also think about what are some of the things the regulators need to keep in mind, just as a side note. Yeah. So Alejandro explained his project, Diago explained his project. So as a side note, why don't we keep our little tab that okay, in regulations you need to maybe keep a, keep an eye on these things, ethical issues, legal issues, moral issues. All of those things are going to be part of regulation. But definitely, you one thing is established, that these things are not pretty regulated right now. People are not really clear, and it is not their fault that they are not clear. It is just nature of things that we are not really clear, because we do one thing, there will be implications to that. We do something else, there would be implications for that. So what is the most beneficial way to do it? That is the challenge. And then every country has their own own way of doing things. uh, some countries are more regulated, other countries you can do things and get away. Not that they don't have laws, regulations, but they are not very Uh, People don't really, sometimes they uh, they they get out of the trouble without without following them. If they were not following and they get into some trouble, they can get out of that trouble. That is what I'm trying. Corruption, those things. So it's quite a few things are linked here in making the regulations. And think about it, how important. So people who do regulations and these type of things, government officials, lawyers, other people, other stakeholders, who, because it would not be just scientists who are making the regulations. Different people coming from different walks in life, how much they are aware about, AI, and how they view it, think that how important it is. So if you can develop some expertise, for example, over the next 3 years, 4 years, and it is not hard, you just have to read. I think the more you read, the better. I think you going to get and read the good quality information, not fake news. Try to distinguish which data is correct and which is not. Once you can do that and read on that, let's say next 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, depending on your pace, you would have gained quite a few of knowledge on this, that people who do regulation, what are some of the basic things we need to tell them, basics, that yes, your job, regulation, laws, legal requirement, all those things, ethics, moral, that, but let us give you a talk on the basics of AI, which may be, based on your job, you might not have known, or the things AI can do. Yeah. So I think that can be very interesting field to look at. Lot of opportunities. That is what I'm trying to say. So it is up to you. You where your interest is. You just don't try to do things which are popular, please. Like, sometimes we say, all right, this is the trend, and this is what people are studying, and let me do that. I don't think you need to do that. Just find which area you are interested in, and whatever area you are interested in, just pick that and work on it, and you will find your market, whatever area you like. And why I'm saying that, because you will have to read a lot, and not just these type of news. I'm talking about research based articles published by uh, uh, top researchers in the field, various magazines. You will have to, and continuously you will have to read it. So if you select something which you selected because people were doing it and they were telling you that this is the next thing, this is the next thing, you, maybe that is not your thing. Yes, it is the next thing, but it is not your thing. So I would say find your thing. And let me repeat what Alejandro said, because I really like it. Find your spot. Find your sweet spot in the whole thing, and shine in that, and just read and see what can be done. Yeah. Microsoft invests 1 billion US dollars in AI project co-founded by Elon Musk. Microsoft and Elon Musk collaboration. Yeah. Almost a year now. The date is 22nd July 2019. Exactly. What a coincidence. today's today's 22nd. No, today's, what date is today? I'm seeing
30.
30th. Yes, 30th. So on one screen I'm seeing 22nd, on the other I'm seeing 30th. Yes, 30th. So a little over than uh, 1 year. Yeah. So, and 1 billion US dollars. Think about that. How big that investment is. Well, for these companies, it is maybe not not that big, but still it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And imagine, what are the things they would be doing. I think they have a website also. Just run a Google search, open AI Microsoft. It will take you to some websites and try to see what are the projects they are working on. That will give you an idea that this is what they are doing. Uh, but try to imagine that what these companies would be doing in next let's say 3 years, 4 years. Imagine that. Always try to imagine that. I think that try to imagine that in next 3 years, 4 years, what these companies, what would be the demand like. Yeah. And prepare for that too. And see how, what is the dilemma here. So just a while ago I said that find your spot and do what you want. And now I'm saying try to find what would be in demand in 3 or 4 years. So you need to create a balance between this. That is what I really mean. So one thing is your passion, what you are interested in, and then demand. So you have to look both things and then find your spot. That is what I mean. So don't just do what you are interested in, because that also is not right. Because might be interested in something which has not much utility in the future. So yes, you will enjoy it, but in terms of your earning potential, which you can earn, you will not be able to earn what you could have if you are also looking at demand. So look at both things, your passion, your interest, and the demand. And still you will have a lot big room of opportunity there. So your interest, you would be interested in so many things, of course. You're not just interested in one thing, you have varied interest. So, and the demand also, there is not just one thing which is demanded, various things are demanded, because there are so many, all industries are going to be disrupted by some type of technology, not just AI, some form, some type. Even within AI, different forms of technologies would be there. But one thing is for sure, future is technology driven. That is for sure. So whatever you are doing, you need to keep that in mind. That future is technology driven. What are your interests? You try to identify those, and what is the demand in next 3 years, 4 years. But because you need time to prepare for that. That is why I'm saying. So don't prepare for things which are happening now, right now, because that time is gone. Prepare for next 3 years, 2 years. Yeah. So I think that is what you need to really think about. Microsoft and OpenAI announced a new partnership to build a artificial general intelligence AGI. Yeah. So I have posted some clips. I told you about those in the first module. You can look at the basic things to tackle more complex tasks than AI. See, this they are already distinguishing between different types of AI, and we discussed that yesterday. That the names are going to change because they're not really clear about the definition of AI, and different things are coming in AI. So look at this line, highlighted line. Yeah, to build artificial general intelligence AGI to tackle more complex tasks than AI. So they are comparing AGI and AI. Both are artificial intelligence, but they brought artificial general intelligence in this. Yeah, and they have a, like, they are the for superior things, more complex things, they name it AGI. Yeah, Microsoft will invest 1 billion. While today's AI can tackle simple tasks, the company said AGI will be able to take on more multidisciplinary problem. Multidisciplinary problem. That is one way to prepare for future of work. Multidisciplinary. So, for example, our friends coming from computer science uh, uh, background, I'm sure during the last 2 weeks, although they are in computer science and they study these things, I'm sure there must be couple of things which they were not maybe aware of. Yeah, because they were more focused on computer science. Uh, so same for our friend coming from business background. I'm sure there must be couple of things which she did not think about in her discipline, how they are being taught. So that is why it is very important for people coming from business background to develop some understanding of, what are the things these people in computer science are reading. Same way, friends in computer science programs, they need to understand, you know, what are the things these business majors they study, and they need to study those things in their own time. You don't necessarily have to do any courses or stuff like that for that. In today's time, internet has brought everything is on our fingertips. You just need to find right people, work with them on projects, ask them for leads, just like I asked you guys yesterday or day before, our computer science friends. I asked you, you must have knowledge of languages. Please send me some links which gives some basic information on links. Can I find them? Of course I can also find them. I already have couple of them which I like, but because you would have done more than what would have done, so I asked you guys. Yeah. So that is how you need to work on this. Find people who have more knowledge in some area and try to develop your understanding, multi coming from multiple disciplines. So you need to have some knowledge of psychology. You are not going to become a lawyer, of course. Yeah, but you need to have some understanding of laws. You need to have something understanding of, like, for example, trust factors, company strategies, for example. Yeah, so Zora would study strategy, but maybe our computer science friends would not study strategy, and maybe they don't. You don't need to. You can live life without that also. Just focus on the languages you are doing, like Julie and stuff like that, and excel in that, and you will be fine. But how will you distinguish yourself in the future? That is the point I'm trying to make. So in your class, all of the people are doing the same courses which you are doing in computer sciences. Yeah, they are doing the same type of project. You are doing one project, they are also doing some other project. When you will graduate after that, how you are different than anyone else? How you are different? You did the same thing which computer science people across the world are doing. There is no, you don't stand out. Your CV is going to get lost. Definitely, definitely, for sure. There is no doubt about that. So you need to, in your resume, you need to put that thing that, all right, I know about business strategy also. I know about business or organizational structure also. I know about ethics. So you need to show multiple discipline. So yes, you are expert in Julie and you will do deep learning, and you know how to, take care of unstructured data. Very good. But you also know these things. Yeah, that is how you will make. You don't have to do this, but I think if you do this, yeah, yes, that is what. Revolutionary artificial intelligence warship contract announced. Yeah, so look at that. Future of war is going to change. Countries like US and these type of countries, they are not going to send their people in the battlefield. Do you think they are going to send their people when the next World War III or something like that? God forbid. But I'm just making a point. I don't think so. They will just unmanned things, and they're going to just destroy the places. Just like Afghanistan. Do you know what happened in Afghanistan? Do you have some idea? Maybe not. Just read about it. But I can tell you briefly. After those Hiroshima and Nagasaki attacks, uh, the bombs used in Afghanistan was of the biggest scale. used after that, the atomic bomb. So the bombs, what I'm trying to say, the bombs they used are second to atomic bomb. So next thing they could just use atomic bomb. So they did not want to use atomic bomb. So the second to atomic bomb, that is what they used in Afghanistan. Yeah. When those type of bombs are used, everything becomes dust. Dust. You use that bomb, everything is dust. That type of serious bombing they use, and massive, not one time or twice. They just yeah. So wars, uh, and then I think I showed you that clip also. It is somewhere on the website. Uh, no, we did not see it in the session, but it is on the website, I think. Uh, the fight of jets, aircrafts. One is manned and the other one is unmanned. One is run by AI and other technologies, of course, and the other one is manned. And the one which is run by AI, that one, yeah. So why they will need a human being? It's quite interesting field. And so we were talking about US, but this one is UK, yeah. So 4 million pounds funding. You can run this search DASA, and they have their sites, and you can see what are the things, what are the projects they are working on. So this is again an amazing field to work in for these type of uh, departments. Very interesting. But again, of course, very competitive to go into these type of organizations. Very competitive. But you can go there. You just next 7 years, 6 years, if you start preparing from now, why not? Nothing should stop you. Artificial intelligence to become a disruptive force in UK financial service sector. Yeah. I really liked this one, although I have spoken about finance and banking sector in the earlier slide, but still I wanted to keep this. And let's read the print. An overwhelming majority, 94% of UK-based financial service industry decision makers believe that AI has the most potential to revolutionize the sector over the next 5 years, considerably ahead of blockchain and Internet of Things. So majority of the people, 94% say AI, 53% say blockchain, and 24% say Internet of Things. But you must develop great understanding about blockchain. You must develop great understanding about Internet of Things. I think in these courses in the university there was some course on blockchain also. So you must have the email address of the person who was conducting it or whatever. Write to them. Ask them if they have any website or something, just like we have here. Do you have any resources or something you can look into? Because of course you can find information yourself also, but these type of websites save your time. So you want to save your time. Don't try to find from scratch, because it takes a lot of time in finding good information and then selecting and then going through videos and doing this and that, and then you select some and you reject some, and then so try to find these type of resources on. I'm sure definitely there must be many on AI, on Internet of Things, on people who do this type of research. They must have made their pages. Try to find those pages and read from them instead of you should do your own research also, but for the current things, like what is happening today, 30th of July, what happened today. So you check news for today or yesterday. So this you need to you do it for yourself. But what happened in the past, people must be working on that. They will be updating their sites and stuff like that. So find those and bookmark them, and every now and then go on them and then see. So what I'm trying to say, blockchain and Internet of Things, 5G, these things you need to know about these things. These are must nowadays. These are must. You should be able to, if someone asks you what is Internet of Things, you should be able to explain it very clearly with examples of how Internet of Things, IoT, has improved, improved, improved. Let me ask you guys right now. Let's have a little chat. Blockchain in your field, whatever your field is, computer science or business, how blockchain has made give some examples of the usage of blockchain and how it has impacted your industry of choice. Pick any industry of your choice. What would be your response if I ask you guys that pick any industry of your choice, any industry of your choice, any field, service, manufacturing, anything in the world. Pick anything of your choice and please explain how blockchain has made any type of impact on the industry of your choice in the country of your choice. You have all the room. How would you respond? Please go ahead. You can say that nothing is coming right in your mind, and I expect that. I don't expect that you will start speaking. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. This you need to know it right now, just like that. Blockchain, what is the impact of blockchain on X field, how it is impacting, how 5G is, what is, how Internet of Things. Yeah. So get prepared on these type of things. It is extremely important. Don't take these things lightly. And I'm sure you are not taking this lightly. That is why you are here and I'm here. But please think about these things. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, 94% are saying AI is the most important thing. But maybe now AI, if you are talking about now, right now, it is maybe someone would say it's artificial general intelligence. But then again, we have not reached at that level. Yeah. And again, you don't take me wrong. Like if everyone cannot know everything, everyone cannot know everything. It is not possible. So if a person knows languages, if you know Python, if you know C++, Julie, you know these languages. Someone else don't know those languages. So you ask them some question from how to write the script in Julie for this command. Please tell us. They will not be able to tell you. That is fine, no problem. And I'm not asking you for the depth of blockchain, how it is created and those type of things. I did not ask that. I just asked that what is how blockchain is making different fields improved. It was a simple question. So that type of simple information you should have now. That is what I mean. Not the things in depth, of course. Yeah. Internet of Things. Some basic information you should have, and you should be able to communicate it very easily without any problem. Yeah. So basic information I mean, and then you select some things which you like, and then you read on that and develop your understanding on that. AI better than humans at spotting lung cancer. I think we have established that in the medicine field, definitely AI could yield more accurate breast cancer diagnosis. More accurate than who? More accurate than human beings. Yeah. This is where with simple AI tools, not complex things. Researchers at University of Washington and California have developed an AI system that could help pathologists read biopsies more accurately and lead to better detection and diagnosis of breast cancer. Very interesting. Very interesting. FDA authorizes marketing of first cardiac ultrasound software that uses AI to guide users. 7th February 2020, USA. This is a FDA website, government website. Look at these links. Please also, as I'm going through the slides, always look at the links also, like to understand that the information is authentic. FDA government. FDA authorized marketing of first cardiac ultrasound software that uses AI to guide users. Yeah, so these things are coming in. And the major hindrance is the regulation, the legal, ethical implication. That is the major thing. So if someone work on that, they cannot go wrong, because ethics is something. Ethics is something which people will, you also you need to keep this in mind, that do work on something which people will keep on consuming, which will never become old. There are some things which never become old. For example, clothes. If you go in clothing business, you can't go wrong. People need clothes. How you can go wrong? If you go in food business, if you have a restaurant or something like that, you can't go wrong. Food, people need food. So there are some things which you cannot really go wrong with. So same thing in AI, the way I am looking at it. Ethical issues are something which people will keep on talking about, ever, forever, forever. This debate will never end, never end. I don't think so. Because you cannot reach at any consensus. There is no, China will do their own thing, Europe will do their own thing, US will do their own thing. What is ethically in one country is not ethical in other countries, just like nowadays, just like in the past. How's all the people, because all the people cannot agree. That's just how it is. And they should not agree also. Why we want everyone to agree? If everyone agrees, then how new ideas will come, how creativity will come. Everyone should not agree also. There is no point that everyone agrees that all right, this is how it is. So ethics is something which is not going to get this debate. New technologies will come, new improvement in artificial intelligence, that will open new debate, ethics. So just like Zora was mentioning her thing, that maybe a PhD or something like so professor in artificial intelligence ethics. Professor in artificial intelligence ethics. How that person can go wrong? Well, anything can happen. We don't know the future. I'm just sharing what is coming in my mind. So I think that is exciting, exciting. Because see, before FDA authorized the marketing of these things, the things should have done a lot of things. So read about that. Before FDA authorized the marketing of first cardiac ultrasound, what are the things they did? Because there are, one thing is to make artificial intelligence, then the next thing is regulate. But between making, once you have made the product and now you are making it legal for people to use, between this there are many steps which you need to cover by regulations, by ethics and stuff like that. So that link is always needed. Okay, this is a story which I saw in our local newspaper, Gleaner. It's a Jamaican newspaper, and really interesting. So a developing country like Jamaica, they are saying that why Jamaica urgently needs a minister for artificial intelligence. Minister for. I really like this idea. I really do. It's so amazing idea. Minister of artificial intelligence. So check in your countries. Do you have a minister for artificial intelligence, some portfolio which looks over things? I'm sure I did not run a search that how it is in the world. I just like this idea, but I'm sure there are countries where they have ministers or whatever government officials who take care of these type of these type of things. So just for fun, I wanted to share that artificial intelligence predicts which planetary system will survive. Why don't planets collide more often? How do planetary systems like our solar system or multi-planet systems around our other stars organize themselves? Of all of the possible ways planets could orbit, of all of the possible ways planets could orbit, how many configurations will remain stable over the billions of years of a star's life cycle? Let's say you wanted to work with these type of companies who look at planets and they go in space, and companies like NASA and those type of, you can go there by looking at so what would you want to do? So the degrees in mathematics, degrees, high qualification in mathematics, becoming exceptionally good in statistical analysis. You can't go wrong with that, because these configurations and all of these things, you are writing algorithm, yes, but if you don't have understanding of mathematics, you can't write those things. So it is not just knowing the language alone which is the future. You need to know the statistics behind that. So spend time with statistics, with mathematics. So when you will have these multiple skills, then you will be someone which companies will want. They will want you. Why they will not want you? So see, you have a computer science background, you have this degree in computer science or business, and then you develop understanding of multiple disciplines. You know something about regulation, you know about ethics, you know a little about languages, stuff like that. Then you have developed some understanding of mathematics, statistics, Excel, these type of, you are very advanced Excel and other software, SPSS, SAP, other type of softwares which you do. You can read reports, you understand what is the meaning of, you can read the numbers, and then you have some understanding of ethical issues, moral issues. Why companies would not want you? And you have been working on different projects with different people. Yeah. All of this is possible if you plan. I'm not saying anything which is not possible for you guys, not at all of these things are definitely possible if you plan from now, as you are in undergraduate. This is the right time to plan, depending on which year you are. End of third year, 1 year before undergraduate, all plans should be ready for execution. And in the last year, you are completing your degree and you are sending out emails. And as you, please ensure no time is wasted between your undergraduate and next step. Please ensure. That is the trick. to me. Some people think that, you can take a year off and do different things and other things. Different people will say different things. I don't believe in taking year off. You need to prepare now. You have a lot of time. The summer is off. What are you doing? Think about these things. Plan whatever you, or plan you don't want to do these things. That is also fine. You say, all right, I will just do computer science degree and I will just do focus on Julie. All right, no problem in that. Or business friend, our basic, I will do masters in business administration, and that is fine. You don't have to do these things. If this is not, everyone have their own ambitions. Life is not just about studying and whatever. You have your own ambition. But essentially, I am saying the things which I would have wanted to do if I had the intellect when I was in my second year or third year. So I am just saying the things which I think, if that time comes back, I would follow that path. But this is how it is. You sometimes you it is about doing the right thing in the right time. That is what I'm trying to say. So I really discourage anyone to take a year off. There is no need of that. Please don't take a year off and say I will think what I want to do after my graduation. But you can do that. You can take a year off and travel if that is what you want to do. Artificial intelligence to monitor behavior of taxi drivers in Dubai. So yesterday we were looking at monitoring behavior of workers. AI will look at that. And I was saying that we were saying that uh, the AI, even if the jobs are gone, the people who are working, they will be monitored by AI. So the stress and pressure would be there. And this one now, maybe self-driving cars are not going to come everywhere in the world. Not maybe, for sure. Even when self-driving cars become a norm, they will not be available in every country. It takes centuries before all the cars in the world will be self-driving cars. That is that is going to take forever in all the countries. It is just like all the countries. No one is poor in the world. Everyone in the world have safe drinking water, clean drinking water. No, everyone does not have clean drinking water right now. Everyone don't even have access to electricity right now. I'm not sure if you guys are aware or you look at the statistics, but you will be very sad to find out that electricity is not available to to a big percentage in the world. Big percentage, not small, big. Running water is not available to a big percentage in the world. So same way, these technologies are, and that is the gap for which I showed you that slide which says that AI basic human right. That CEO is thinking from those things. That if you want people to really prosper, this should be available as a basic thing, not a fancy or something big. A basic thing it should be available as. Because otherwise, that the people who will have access to AI, think about it, the doctor who has AI access. You are a doctor, I am a doctor. You have access to AI, I don't have access to AI. Or I'm not smart enough to do those type of, use that type of machinery. I did not train myself. And I'm using my old methods. Where do customers going to go? Patients going to go where? They're not going to come to me. You can predict diseases a year earlier, 2 year earlier, looking at the trends and everything. I cannot do that. I will diagnose cancer in the last stage. You will diagnose cancer before there is any visible sign. Same way in other jobs. People who have these type of command, these type of, And you know, think about this. This is really serious. This is really, really, really serious. You are already seeing that there are jobs which are gone. You are already seeing that in your country. So, and in the future, new types of jobs are being created. When new type of jobs are being created, they will require different skills. Which skills will they require? These skills which I am talking about with you, multidiscipline type of thing, because there will be few jobs. If there are few jobs, few people are going to get it. But maybe I'm thinking too much on this. Maybe it will not happen like you know next 50 years. But still, if it does not happen, let's say nothing happens like this. Let's say its AI is nonsense and it will not come to that level. Let's say that. But still, if you do these things which we are talking about and prepare your career, don't you think that you will be very successful in your career in next coming years? You will be more in demand. More companies would want you. Forget about AI and stuff like that. You just develop these skills which we are talking about. Let's say AI is not coming for next 100 years. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not saying that it will come in 10 years or 20 years. I never said that throughout our engagement. Yeah, let's say it's not coming. Okay, it's not coming. But if we do these things, don't won't we become a better employee who is needed by top companies? Why not? All of us are going to work. If we are going to work, why don't we work for the best company? We are going to work. Why we want to work for a company which is not not top end? Why not? Yeah. New system designed to detect patterns of drowsiness or distracted driving. This is a big thing because uh, if you look at the data, just run a Google search, simple Google search, you will find out how many accidents truck drivers, especially how many truck drivers uh, involved in accident. For example, in US, run for US truck driver accidents in nights. And I said nights because people are sleeping the nights and still they have to drive. Big number you are going to find. A lot of accidents happen. A lot. People go to sleep because they are not that they will sleep, they just eyes close for a little moment and boom, things happen. Yeah. So those type that is very useful tool if you use it like this. And think about it, the facial recognition is involved in this. Facial, how you are going to find someone is drowsy or someone is distracted and eye movement is going here and there, how you are going to find facial recognition technology. Yeah. And this is what China is doing. They are working on big level on facial recognition using big data. So they will develop the technology in a better way than other countries, and then they can use it in anything they want, from human resource to finding drowsiness. Artificial intelligence estimates people age. See, this is quite complex to predict someone's age. Even for us regular human beings, we it can be a challenge to find wrinkles, spots. A person's aging process is accompanied by telltale sign on their faces. Researchers have developed an algorithm that interprets their features very reliably. Very reliably. Even they are saying that just by those these type of things they can we never spoke about those genes, the work, what has been done on human genes, genome code or something like that. We never spoke about that. uh, I was reading some things that AI, they are using AI with that also. Very interesting. But think about the applications of this. Like, it's not just you estimate people's age. Now you think about the application of this. So please think that what can be the application of that. Like, for example, underage uh, underage person goes to buy cigarettes or alcohol or entry into the club or something like that, or they are driving, and they say, well, I forgot, I have a driving license, I forgot it. And the officer use AI, and my god, you guys cannot hear me now.
Yeah, we can, I think.
Yes, we can.
Yes. But this, my system is saying you can't hear me. Oh my Yes, so I was saying that I think I'm using artificial intelligence, so it tells me before, a little bit earlier, that I will lose the contact. I think that is what is happening. So think about the what was I saying? Think about the application of these things. So I was trying to give an example that, in a police officer stops an underage person, and they say, we forgot the license or something like that, and the police officer can now just run the AI, and they will know, well, you are not being honest here, and that type of thing. So it can very reliably, it can do that. And think about so many other applications. So in all the things which I show you, in your head you are essentially thinking about the application, that where else it can be used, and so on. And think about it, once you master the facial recognition, through AI. But then again, maybe you cannot master it fully. It cannot be 100% certainty. Because think about it, AI AI tells you something that okay, this is what is truth, but maybe AI made a mistake. So that can have implications also. So again, it will go back that some type of interaction between these technologies and human beings. In the decision making process, both things need to come together, at least for now. And in next, 50, 60, 70 years, 80 years from now, we can maybe say this is very tricky, this is very tricky. It is just like, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, someone saying that you will speak in Jamaica and people will listen in Spain. What people would have said, what nonsense is that? You will speak in Jamaica and people will listen in Spain. And the person says, not only speak, you will be able to see them. And the person would say, what are you talking about? That is, you are crazy. Yeah, it is just like that. It is just like that. So because, what I was going to say? I was going to say that the police will also use AI to detect if someone is lying or someone is not lying. And then I was asking myself, it's not going to happen. And then it is the same thing. 60 years ago, if someone would say, all right, you will in 8 hours you will travel from Jamaica, and in 7 hours, 8 hours you will be in Spain. How that is even faster, even before that. If you take a direct flight, the person would say how that is possible. This is very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Very interesting. And that is why, the things like people like Honorable Elon Musk, what they say, people, learned people, educated people who know very well what AI is all about, and other technologies which are not even available to regular human beings. They know about those things. Still, they challenge what Elon Musk says. Yeah. Why do they challenge? That's interesting thing to think about. Maybe we will reflect on that too. New AI system can empower medical professionals in diagnosing skin cancer. Look at this one. AI algorithm capable of diagnosing 134 skin disorders as we speak. 31st of March 2020. 134 skin disorders. Various levels, various things. Yeah. Artificial intelligence could help predict future diabetic cases. This is amazing stuff. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Please take time to go through this. Microsoft's new AI can generate smart to-do lists from your email. So you don't have to make your to-do list, which all of us make for different things. Maybe some don't, but people make some type of notes that okay, I need to do this, I need to do this. So now Microsoft new AI can generate that list, and this is the example. So this is the email subject, hello, hi John, and this is, you can read this. Yeah. And then the reply is, I am fine, I was traveling these days. Sure, I will send it to you. I will send it to you. What is it? What is it? It is, could you send me the sales report? But in the reply, he did not say, I will send you the sales report. He said, I will send it to you. And from this conversation, a to-do item is generated Microsoft's new AI can generate smart to-do list from your emails. So looking at these emails, it makes a to-do list. Send the sales report to Alice. Alice is the one who wrote to John. See how interesting this is. This is clever. This is like reading some text and taking out meaningful information. Who is writing, who to send to, what is it? Yeah. You know, this is very simple for us human beings, that what is it? I will send it to you. So for us it is okay, it is, let's see what is it, it is sales report. But AI is doing it. No human intervention. Just email, put in the system, boom. And think about it now, it's application. Applications are wide. Link it with the robot's ability to write articles. I think it was 850 articles in 1 year for Washington Post, which a bot wrote. Other writings which your reflection, the reflections you write, a robot, AI can write it for you. Yeah. Amazing. These are other examples. Yeah. So please take a moment to go through that. From to subject, I'm ready for the product launch. I need to include some of the enhancements in the presentation. I will submit what is already completed and then do the remaining after the meeting. And then AI says submit presentation with product enhancement. Submit the enhancements for product launch. If you look for these exact lines, you're not finding in the email. So from the email, it is taking the words, and as to-do list is like, it's a to-do list. It is short, you know, smart, few words. It's no non-essential word is submit presentation with product enhancement. Submit the enhancements for product launch. That's it. From this conversation. Same for this. In the email, they are saying, I will keep you posted. Keep posted who? Keep posted on what? It's not in a line, but AI creates a line. Keep R&D, research and development, posted about deployment of software. Keep R&D posted about deployment. Where is R&D? R&D is not even in the email. It is to R&D. So the AI understand that, take this information from there, take this information from here. Very interesting. All right. 14th of June 2019, 1 year old story. Towards artificial intelligence that learns to write code, researchers combine deep learning and symbolic reasoning for a more flexible way of teaching computers to program. Coding. AI is learning how to code. What a beautiful time. Read this on the side note, on the black. Researchers have developed a flexible way of combining deep learning and symbolic reasoning to teach computers to write short computer programs. Here, these people are doing something. And where it is coming from? MIT news. And I think I told you yesterday or the day before that MIT technology review. Please look for that and read it. Yeah, MIT technology review. Run a Google search on this. I posted in the chat. It's a magazine. Open it, read it. If you like it, read it more. If you don't like it, you don't have to read this. But read similar type of magazines, whichever you like. Yeah. You can start your own magazine. A magazine which gives information of artificial intelligence which students coming from business background would want to know. AI magazine for business students, AI magazine for computer science students. Find these type of information. Create a magazine or a website or something like that. Let me show you something. Let me show you something as I'm talking about creating website. So see, this is the website I created. Yeah, this is the website I created, and this is, as you know, this is artificial intelligence in business and the other courses which I facilitate in my university. Yeah, a simple website, nothing fancy, nothing, simple, easy to understand. Just click and then see what is what, and then click and then just that's all about it. Yeah. So this is what I want to show you. So if you go down, this is the thing. This 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 tells me that where my page, with this page, my website, people are seeing it where. And if you click this opens visitor traffic. Look at this. These red dots, this is where my website has been seen. Look at the reach. US, Europe, and then other countries every now and then. Yeah. So I can track that. And this is a free thing which I'm using. I'm not using any paid thing. If I am using any paid thing, then I can exactly know who is doing it, and I can reach to them also. If I'm doing some paid service, yeah, it gives you me more and more information, more data on that. But I'm not doing that. But this is just to show you that you can create a website and then see, and then tailor your information according to that. So for example, my website is seen a lot in Europe, in various parts of Europe. Then maybe I should tailor something for European audience, and then see what. What I'm trying to say, it is not hard. You can see what you want to do and create some websites or something like that, and see what is what. It was just a side note which came in my mind. Okay, so write code, and this is the thing which we spoke about also. If you guys can recall, when I said that website creation, what I showed you is a website. So back in the day, there was nothing like that. I could not build a website without knowing HTML or other languages. It's just not possible. I would have to hire someone or something like that. But that website I created without using any type of language. No big deal. Nothing at all. Same way, look at this. AI is learning to write code. Well, I'm not saying that you should not study languages, you should not study Julie, Python, whatever you are doing. You should. This is something just to reflect on. Royal Dutch Shell reskills workers in artificial intelligence as part of huge energy transition. I really loved this one. Really loved it. Royal Dutch, quite a big international business, and they are reskilling their people and giving them some knowledge of those type of things. So you can tailor courses for these type of companies. That okay, for petroleum companies, for journalists, news agencies, for schools, for education. There is a whole big market in the world, and send them something like, you need to reskill your employees, and we are giving some course like this. And then you send them your, some recording or something like that, and then you send them some of your work, and then see. Yeah. So Royal Dutch Shell is collaborating with Udacity to digitally train its workers in AI. Yeah. So companies are doing these type of projects. You need to keep an eye on that. Microsoft is cutting dozens of MSN workers and replacing them with artificial intelligence. We looked at similar things earlier also. Yeah, I showed you some things. This is quite interesting, and this is the picture I showed you when I was saying that AI can make some mistake also, but that should not stop us the about thinking about the usage of AI in report writing. And I just showed you how AI can take out to-do lists from emails. Amazing. This one I showed you earlier. AI can make personality judgments based on your photograph. We take if you need to do personality judgments, what do? You do the test. There are various tests. You can just run a Google search, personality test, and test will come up, and you have to take them and stuff like that. But using AI is going to just look at your picture, and so I will look at Diago's picture and understand what his personality is like. Yeah. How cool that would be. But now you can argue that maybe AI cannot read it and stuff like that and this and that. But same is for the type of personality test we give nowadays, uh, by answering questions. Do they tell the real personality of the person? Yes, they do. But 100%? No, not 100%. So the application and all of these things are linked with the facial recognition, if you realize that. Facial recognition. The technology can be used to find the best matches in customer service, dating, online tutoring, finding best match. So AI looks at my picture, and AI looks at a girl's picture which I like, but I'm taking AI help, and I'm asking AI, what do you think? Will we work together? And AI tells me, well, these are the things, these are the issues, these are the challenges which you might have to face. And same for the girl. It will say, all right, these are the challenges which you are going to face. Yeah. Read this, find this paper and read this. Look at the last line on the screen. The article assessing the big five personality traits using real life static facial images will be published on May 22nd in Scientific Reports. Must have been published. Yeah, so look for Scientific Reports, look for this paper, read it. I'm not sure if it would be available online, but through your library, it will be available, I'm sure, because library has access to databases. I hope I asked you earlier also that get in touch with your library when you need these type of papers, and learn how to use your databases. All universities have some type of database. So run your searches using those databases and not just Google search. So do Google search also, but for other type of research based articles, they are not available on Google. You need to uh, go through. Okay, I did it. I did it. All right. So this is the paper which I was talking about. So it is available online. So just run this search and read the paper. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Assessing the big five personality traits using real life static facial images. Just Google it and you will find the paper. And because see, it says open means open access. Yeah. So that is again very interesting thing. And Alejandro's project was also open source. So that is very interesting. Bankers say artificial intelligence will separate winners from losers. We have given some examples on banks already. The use of AI technology and back at banks will be the difference between success and failure for them in the coming years, according to around three quarters of bankers. Three-fourths of the bankers are saying that AI will separate winners from losers between success and failure. And why I chose this story to talk about is that it's not just banks, all fields. They are going to distinguish, and not just AI, technologies, your knowledge, your understanding of various technological tools. That is what you need to need to work on. This is some statistic which I liked, so I thought I should share with you because we looked at a lot of examples from health and medicine and doctors. So look at this highlighted portion. The global AI in healthcare market is expected to grow from USD 4 billion in 2020 and reach USD 45.2 billion by 2026. So just in next 6 years, from 5 billion to 45 billion. Same way you can find out, the growth in various industries. Very exciting times, guys. Very exciting times. AI. So I asked you to run some search on COVID-19 and AI. So artificial intelligence to detect COVID-19 in less than a second using X-rays. They are working on this. Facial recognition, imaging, understanding personality, understanding if someone is lying or whatever. All of these things, and putting them in a in a what do you call that, eyeglasses, shades, eyeglasses, putting all of that technology in AI glasses, AI glasses. Yeah, putting all of this technology in AI glasses, and you wear those AI glasses and now you can see what the person is all about. Don't you think that some scientists would be working on that? I'm 100% sure scientists must be working on these type of projects. There's no doubt in my mind. When they will become successful, when these type of products will come in the market, that I don't know when. Because even if they create it now, there are ethical issues. Should you use these type of things? Because then you can just look at someone and just detect is it ethical or not. So those things, yes. But is there anyone who is not working on that day and night, 24/7? They don't do anything else, just work on these projects. I'm 100% sure they are working on these things. All these stories which I shared with you, they would not have been possible if people have not dedicated their lives to these type of projects. So you can follow this professor, University of Granada, Francisco Herrera, computer science professor. He has a lab or something like that. So, but this thing is not complete, of course. This is work in progress, but it is possible. It is nothing like, based on the advancements in technology, it is totally possible. Totally. Artificial intelligence that mimics the brain needs sleep just like humans, study reveal. Yeah, so this is, I think, yes, I remember I showed you the day I made the comment, and then later on I did some search and I found that this is what it is. And this is the background. And Diago explained it to us also, if you guys remember. The AI became unstable during long periods of unsupervised learning as it attempts to classify objects using their dictionary definitions without having any prior example to compare them to. So long periods of unsupervised learning, chips are there. Diago spoke about those chips, and because of that, artificial intelligence chips benefit from a good night sleep. They need rest, not sleep like we sleep, but rest so they can rest. All right, so this is another thing which I spoke about in one of the readings posted on the slides, one of the papers. And I think Miguel, in his reflection, he also said that he is also going to try to read on this, because he also found it very interesting that how AI can smell, or how well it cannot smell, but based on, it can it can distinguish between good smells and bad smells without smelling the way we smell. Yeah. So I have this story for you guys. 14th of July 2020, the perfume makers that cannot smell a thing. Who are those perfume makers? They are artificial intelligence. So, so companies are making perfumes using artificial intelligence without smelling. So just run a Google search. Companies making perfumes, artificial intelligence. Please run it. I think it is important. Write in Google, perfumes, companies, artificial intelligence, and read on that, how they are doing it and all of that. These things were not like, people were like 3 years, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. This debate was not there, and now they are saying that. And companies are making it right now. It is not a future project. If you will run a search and read, they are in the market also. AI generated perfume. Some people will like it, some people will not like it. It is not about liking and disliking those perfumes. Some people can smell that perfume and say it smells bad. That is fine. Do we like all the other perfumes which human beings make? No. Smell is very personal. People like one person like this perfume, next person like some other perfume. It is not about liking or disliking that perfume or any type of work which AI did. It is not about that. It is just the ability that AI can create perfumes. They are asking questions. Look at this last line. Do you need a human to create a beautiful scent? That's the question being asked as AI starts to infiltrate the perfume industry. Imagine now. And why perfume companies would not use AI? Why they will not? They are definitely going to use it and come up with better results because of AI's ability to look at data from all over the world in a short amount of time. Personalized perfumes. A time can come, you go in a shop, AI is there, they make you test couple of smells. You tell them, I like this, I don't like this, I like this, I don't like this, I like this, I don't like this. And they create a personalized perfume right away for you using AI. Just like that, very fast. And AI could be able to predict that the people who like this perfume, they will like these perfumes. Of course, human beings can do that. The sales rep in the perfume shops, they also do the same things. But what I'm saying that their knowledge is limited. It is not that they can look at so many perfumes. But for AI, it is very simple to look at all similar type of perfumes in the data set. It only AI is only dependent on the data set. So based on if the data set is made available, then it can do that.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I just have to say that I have to leave a little bit early today, if you don't mind. I have some family stuff.
Okay, okay,
I
no problem,
didn't want to just leave, okay? So you know what's happening, okay?
no problem, no problem. Thanks, Dora.
Okay.
Please be
Thank
safe.
you.
If
Goodbye.
you have today, take care. Yeah. So think about these things, perfumes, and all of those things. Very interesting. Yeah, I saw this the other day. If you can see the date, July 21st, 2020. Just the other day, July 21st. I am a model, and I know that artificial intelligence will eventually take my job. Even a model knows. Well, I should not have said even a model knows. A model knows that artificial intelligence will eventually take their job. Quite interesting. Why do you think she knows that AI will eventually take her job? AI girl robots will be running on the RAM. Yes, Diago, you want to say something?
I think it's because they can recreate a human model with AI, and it's not so strange to do it.
Not so strange, yeah. Would you, Diago, would you like to date that artificial intelligence model?
Uh, for curiosity, yes, but they I don't think so.
No?
No,
Why not?
I don't know. I like the human contact.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. How is your human contact nowadays? It is going fine?
Well, more or less because of the COVID.
All right. Makes sense. Yeah, so think about these things. Very, very interesting. Tracking COVID-19 with AI, we spoke about it a while ago. Artificial intelligence is becoming a powerful tool for tracking and treating COVID-19 in the US and abroad. I was reading many applications which companies are using to track COVID-19. In those applications they are using different things. In some countries, they can look at someone's through facial recognition. Again, they can identify uh, if they have fever, high fever, or something like that. So that is quite interesting stuff. Look at this. I really want you to read this. Elon Musk. If you do not think AI could outsmart you, you are an. Please complete it so I know that you read it. What is the last word?
Idiot.
Idiot. Very good, yeah. If you don't think AI could outsmart you, you are an idiot. And look at this one. This is where I want you read this, that what is the rationale behind it. And this is very nice. The people I see, Elon Musk is saying, the people I see being the most wrong about AI are the ones who are very smart, because they cannot imagine that a computer could be way smarter than them. That is the flaw in their logic. Again, please reflect on that. So people who say that AI would not outsmart them, they are not it's not about people who don't know are making these type of comments. The people I see being the most wrong about AI are the ones who are very smart, who are very knowledgeable, who really know what it is about, because they cannot imagine that a computer could be way smarter than them. That is the flaw in their logic. That is the problem. The people who don't know much, they will they it is easier for them to believe. But a person who is well read and he has a lot of experience and he's seen computer science grow up and down and all of those things, he has so much knowledge. He thinks that this is possible, how AI will do that. But think about these examples which we have been exploring from yesterday and today. Smell, AI making perfumes, AI looking at the picture and identifying between truth, yeah, between lies, someone speaking a lie or someone is honest. All of these things, these are quite interesting. Yeah. But of course, we don't need to say that these people are idiots, but this is what Elon Musk is saying. Okay, European Union struggles to go from talk to action on artificial intelligence, and I did mention this earlier in some part when we were talking about ethics. So European Union, Europe are very concerned about ethics and regulation, and they spend a lot of time working on those things. On the other hand, China and these type of countries, they go ahead and do the thing, and later on they can work on the thing. So that can be a struggle for Europe also. It is good also, but there is a negative side to that also, because Emmett fears that regulations could kill the sector or arrive too late to prevent harm. So two things. One is fears that regulation could kill the sector. Too much regulation, don't do this, do it like this, you can't do this is not moral. Too much regulation can kill the sector, or after once you do the regulation, you test them and all of that, it takes time. So by the time you are ready to do something, it is too late to arrive. These are the two things. The regulation also, you need to think about that. Machine learning reveals recipe for building artificial proteins. That is amazing stuff. And I think it was something which Alejandro also sent me in his reflection or something like that in his coursework. So this is quite a groundbreaking thing. I just read it the other day, 24th of July. Yeah. And then next day, yesterday, Alejandro also sent me some information on that. So thanks for that. Breakthrough could have implications in healthcare, agriculture, energy, protein. artificial protein. Machine learning reveals recipe for building artificial protein. Quite fascinating. Will coding be useless after artificial intelligence can write flawless code? Yeah, that is some question which I wanted you to reflect on. What do you think about that? Uh, I just showed you earlier that some professors are working on that. These type of question, human coding will survive, but the work we do as software engineers and data scientists may change. The coding will be there, of course, some form, some type of thing will be there, but the job is definitely going to. So as you are learning these languages, you also, keep an eye on the skills which you would require more if artificial intelligence is writing the code. So try to develop uh, those skills, or at least try to start thinking about these things. So when the time comes, you have already thought about these things. Physicians urge hospitals to become artificial intelligence ready. University of Virginia Health System, 23rd of July 2020, a group of doctors and data scientists is calling on hospitals to create clinical departments devoted to AI to harness the power of the technology to transform patient care. Yeah, it's quite exciting. Are they ready now? No, they are not ready. Do you, when you go to some hospital or something like that, do you see units which are talking about artificial intelligence and so on? Not yet, but hospitals, healthcare systems across the world, good ones, they are thinking about these things, how they can make the improvements. Yeah. All right. Very nice. I hope things which we spoke about today make some sense, and you guys are reflecting on these things. But let me ask you guys, uh, what are you taking away from these things? What are your thoughts? Anything which stood out to you in today's conversation, or whatever you want to call it? What was the highlight? What is going on in your head? What are you thinking about? Anything on those lines? Please go ahead and say something.
I just had the same thought that in another sessions that AI is going to be everywhere, not only as a little field, but in every company and in every field you have to be prepared to use AI. So it's the same that always that we have to learn about it and be prepared, be creative, and that kind of things came to my mind again.
Very good, very good. Keep on thinking on these lines and select maybe some industries outside of computer sciences and try to see which industry you like. So maybe you like automotive, you like cars. So then you want to start reading about that also, as you are. So you are reading computer science, has nothing to do with automotive industry, but you start looking at cars, automotive industries, how AI is transforming that industry. So you can apply your knowledge, whatever you are learning about in your studies, and link it with automotive. If you like that, you like something else, you link it with that. So you definitely need to find some industry in which you want to work. So whatever you are passionate about, what are the things happening in that, slowly, yeah, on every daily basis, take out some time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you do that because you keep on sending me some articles in your reflection. So I think you have that website which you go on, because almost all the articles are coming from that same website. But read the other websites also, but the site you have is interesting. So yes, definitely do that. Very good. Yes, next one please.
Well, I think that what you said before of not focus in the things you are interested is important, because uh, you have more skills to develop if you require it. I think this is important.
Very important, very good point, very important. But your interest and the future demand, both things keep in mind. Don't just work on your interest and don't just look at future demand. Look at both things, because to really excel in your career you will have to do a lot of reading, because across disciplines they are saying that they are talking about lifelong learning. So you graduate, but your learning should not stop. You keep on learn and learn and learn more. Even doctors, specialized doctors, I see that their learning never stops, because new thing comes up and they read about it, and new things come up and read about it. That is not possible if you are not genuinely interested in the subject. You want to read it, not for your job, not for money. You just enjoy reading it. That is something which you like. So that is very important to be successful in the career. So please keep that in mind. Alejandro is there, or we
Yes,
lost
yes, I'm
him?
here.
Yes. Please go ahead.
I wanted to add a point about what Miguel said, and it's just amazing uh, what are the possibilities of AI. And now I understand and I believe that in few years, this kind of technology is going to be so important as having human resources in companies.
Mm, mm. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I think with this, um, I'm going to close the session. Uh, Thanks for this.